bum bum ba bum ba bum. Be quiet undead. Start the stream. Okay. View on watch page. Do 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 do. Move this closer. Let's see how live we are. Well, we should be live, I think. I hope. There we are. Okay. Now we'll just do this. All right. Well, we're back to painting videos, thank goodness. So we're going to be doing some painting today. We're going to be working on... I had the box right here. Bear with me. We're going to be working on the Unquiet Dead, the expansion for Wildlands. Now I'm going to be working on Wildlands, and I think Joel Eddy did such a great job that, you know, and everybody knows how much I respect and like Joel, that I don't feel like really doubling up on stuff that he's done. But I did want to do at least one video of this before you see it all painted. I'm going to go over there and pull out one of the figures and kind of go over how they come pre-washed. Hey Tim, how are you? I started a little early so we can get just a little bit of time. I want to make sure that I get a full hour in, especially when I haven't painted in over a week. Sometimes my the way everything goes, it doesn't flow right for the first 20 minutes. So, you know, it's not easy to paint in front of and try to entertain as well through a crowd. So we're gonna go right down and we're gonna get going on there. Oh look, Tina the board gamer's here. Tina the board gamer. How are you, Tina? I hope you are well. Okay, mouthful of water means you don't have dry mouth and you don't sound funny when you're talking. All right, let's go down to the table. All right, so we got these guys here. There's really not that much art with these guys. Now, they don't come like this. I've actually had to prime them, black. And there's a reason for that because of some of the themes I want to do. But I'm going to pull out this, actually. Let's try to get a different camera angle. I wonder if that Logitech is still set because I knocked it over. That's not too bad. Okay, so we're going to go back up top, and I'm going to show you that they come in Wildlands like this. Okay, so you get this whole little container here, and then I'm actually going to pull out one guy, and I'm going to show you how quickly I can paint this guy. Number one, and number two. Let's go down here. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm going to sneeze, so bear with me. All right, here we go. No, I'm not going to sneeze. Maybe I was going to sneeze. I don't know. Who knows? So anyways, they come in this state where they are washed already. So you really don't have to prime them because that's almost a sealant that they put over it in a way. Now this particular fella, all he is like not our C3PO. So I'm going to show you how quickly we are going to paint him. We're just going to get some of my favorite, which is Retribution Armor. Okay, and I'm just going to shake that up. And I'm going to show you how well this goes over. And you don't have to worry about priming this guy because basically he has a coat over his plastic. So it's going to go on really, really well. Like so, see? And we're just going to do our little automatron. We're going to fix the thing later. Now the only thing that you got to worry about is the base, but we can take care of that later, of course, you know, when we're all done. And wow, just like that, huh? So I'll show you what we're going to do with them. We're going to let it dry though before we put a wash over. See, that coat helps this go on so much easier. It really does. It just, as you can see, it's a coating, and you don't have that that effect where it kind of starts to shrink up on you. Like when you put the paint on, it rolls off like it's oil and water. If you don't protect your minis, sometimes depending on the plastic, you could put the paint on there and it will act almost like have an oil and water effect where it'll just bead up on you. So all we're going to do is go boop, 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 and we're going to let this guy dry for a little bit. There we go. Boom. Stay there. All right, let's clear off this. Let's close this up. We'll come back to this gold, that's for sure. That's for sure. All right, so now these undead, again, the nice thing about this is you can use your imagination, because basically, let's take a look at these cards so you understand what you're going into when you go and paint this. Do the metallics ever cause trouble when painting over them? No, not at all. You see the archer, there's no color to it. The hermit, there's no color to it. So you really can't use this as a guide to take you where you want to go. The maid, okay, you know, what's up with you, babe? You know, come on. Our boy here, the Lord, okay. All right, where do we go from there? Well, I'll show you where we go from there, because everything has a plan for everything. I kind of started a few things because I want to make sure that we get the wash over these guys. But this guy here, okay, I put a little at Rob. Question from Tim: do the metallics ever? I just answered it, I thought. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Do the metallics ever cause trouble when painting over them? No, never. His best game is brass, says Dave Dogged. Killer Rabbit, what's up, bro? Oh, I don't even want to go into it, Killer Rabbit. I really don't. I don't. So here we have, I painted some dark brown there and some dark brown there, because I wanted to leave this black because I want to take a very light gray. And since we have this out, why don't we do this? All right, we're going to clear off this brush a little bit. And lag here, that's all. Oh, okay, I thought it was me. See? Jeez, Helen. You're knocking me off course here. You're knocking me off course, girl. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. All right, see, this long beard gray is a dry brush. I think I want to go with a different brush if I'm going to play around with it. All right, and it's a dry paint, so as you can see inside, it's dry. So all you're going to do is just get a little bit of this, and we're gonna test out a few things. Use your imagination, and that's why this game is one of the games I'm going to suggest for people to start painting with, because number one, it's already coated, and you could just kind of dry brush a couple colors on there, and you're good. You're good. But also, the other thing is that you kind of want to. I think this is one of those games where you're going to use your imagination and kind of figure things out yourself. So here we go. So I just took this light gray on here, and I don't really want to hit it very hard. Again, what are we creating? Depth and perception. Yes. And all I'm going to do is just very lightly go over it. I'm not worried about the skeleton stuff, okay? I'm not worried about the skeleton stuff. All I want to do is kind of start to bring out some of the shape that he has. But I don't want to really go over this a lot. I mean, I could just paint it a different color, but I just think this black robe really works for this dude, and I want to highlight that robe a little bit. And I don't mind hitting the brown spots or his face or anything to kind of bring him out a little bit, because if I really wanted to, all I would have to do, if I wanted to, there's a couple ways you can do skeletons. You can really just kind of just get yourself a light wash and kind of really just kind of do that, and you can almost be done, to be honest with you. You know, you really don't have to really work too much, and you can use that gray to go over this and bring out some of these tips, and you know, you don't have to go crazy, at least. Now we would go over that brown a little bit, and I'll show you why we'll go over that brown, but you can do something like that even. Okay, whoops. Whoa. A little foggy there. Hold on. You know, something like that. That's quick. Boom. Bang. All right, let's go. You know? That kind of thing. And I'll show you how we'll lighten up that that. Her hair. There's a perfect example, okay? I mean, we could do almost the same thing, but because her hair covers her face, we kind of want to just take that gray and bring out her hair, because that's like a main feature of her. And then we'll change her dress. Now, black dress probably would have been great on her, but now I'm thinking, well, if she looks like this, why don't we go for one of the looks that I really enjoy. I kind of like, and let me do this real quick. All right. Am I drifting off the page? Because it's been a while. All right, so, okay, I'm right here like this. Okay, so that's good. All right, good. So let me move all these guys here, and I am going to mark right there. Okay, great. Okay, I got it. So, with that dress, I think a nice administrative gray would go really well. So sorry, I'm reaching in front of here. So I'm gonna kind of, or maybe I should just maybe we should just go a really white and then put a wash over it, because the wash should look creepy and we make it really dirty and make her just nasty, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's a thought. I kind of like that thought the best. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for here. Again, it's trial and error and just messing around and doing things that are going to work for you. Let's see. Question from Tim. No, I answered that one. It's like, ever cause trouble when you paint? I answered that one. Okay, it's like all the creatures on the cards have been drawn in front of the sunset. Yes, correct. So now you have to bring out and do your own thing here. Has the chat frozen? No, I don't believe so. Has anything frozen? Am I here? Yes. Okay, cool. All right, sorry. A little off course here. All right, so a nice ceramic white here. We're going to shake that up real good. And you're going to see where we're going to go with this, because we're going to go creepy. And when you're dealing with the undead, it's fun to do creepy. So let's do creepy to the best of our ability. So I'm going to really kind of get myself a good amount of this on here. This is a dried up one that I have, but it still works all the same. Okay, so let's put down our lid here. And all I want to do is kind of come in here, and it's going to look like junk to begin with, okay? But I think you're going to see where, when I add what I want to add here, like I'm going to make her hands very, very pale, and I'm looking forward to playing this game with the tiger. The tiger had mentioned to me that he wanted to play this, and well, he said, you can't play it not painted. I said, I know. So we didn't get in too much of an argument over it. He's actually calmed down. I think he got too excited when we originally came on. He thinks he's a star already. Jeez. So I had to dial it down a little bit. All right. Let's see. Nope. We are just being quiet. Okay. No. Chat is fine. Okay. So tonight, I'm not going to be on the Alaboom, but the tiger is going to take my place tonight. I just can't make it. I've got to get up early, but I'm going to let him go on. So if you guys can just let people know that Mr. Tiger will be making his first appearance on the Alaboom, unsuspectingly to so many. And I don't know if they are going to allow him to go on there, but hey, he calls the shots sometimes, so we're going to let him do that. Tomorrow we are playing Emotep, and I believe it's going to be, I have to redo the thing because I got to do it in Google Hangouts. It's looking like the tiger had thrown down the gauntlet and challenged Tina, and Tina accepted, shockingly. and said, don't let Tiger paint the small minis. No, I don't want him painting. I really don't. If you watch Animal Planet at all, you'll know that tigers sleep a good part of the day. So I'm doing this while he's sleeping. So, hi Rob, chat, and the sexy cat. Oh boy, if he was here. But he's going to be on the Alaboom tonight. And that goes off 10 Eastern, 9 Central, and whatever Pacific. Sorry, I can't give you everything. I just want to get this little area here. These bases I'm not worried about. That's why you can kind of use them. And actually, I'm not worried about covering this so completely because the wash is going to do everything for me. So, okay, that's good there. Is there anything else that we needed a white in? No, probably not. Okay, so we're going to clean off that brush there. Going to let that dry. So let's move that over here, that over here, that over here. And, alright, we got skellies over here. I'm going to move these guys just out of range here. And this guy here, we've got to put his face on. This guy here is, we've got to find some lead belcher. And here we go. And while we have the lead belcher out, we can do all the armor stuff that we need to do as well. Soul Razor. Wildlands. Folks, I need to watch closely when Rob is doing the wash. My wash did not turn out how I wanted it to. Brew Geek, how are you, my friend? Hope all is well. Okay, let's keep going here. Oh, there's Tina. LOL, gotta watch the Alaboom. Yeah, Tina, just let me know if he gets out of hand. I'll get up and I'll get him off. I think he'll be all right. I think he's going to be a little starstruck seeing Lance for the first time. So we'll see what time he gets up to, because if anybody knows that tigers sleep a good part of the day, so you kind of got to work around their schedule. So it's kind of weird. Washes are really rough. No, I don't think I disagree with that. It's just a matter of just learning a little bit of control, and that's why we do what we do here. Boy, I don't know why I hate this camera. It's not okay. There we go. All right. Okay, let's try this. All right, there we go. I got to switch cameras. I still have it set to the camera that I was using when I was I took down my main camera and took that with me to BGG, and I've just been very, very lazy and not putting up the camera like I should, the other camera like I should. So I'm running into all this stuff. All right, so all I'm doing is just taking this lead belcher and just dry brushing it in a sense in here, as you can see. So it's just kind of sitting on there, and that's all I want right now until I can decide how extensive I want to get with this. So I'm just using a smaller brush. I'm just taking all the paint off here and just going. Wildlands has intrigued me. I have a few games in my unplayed wall of shame, so I'm holding off on new purchases until I get them played. Well, we're going to be doing a live playthrough, and then I think you can judge for yourself from there. I think that's the best way to do it, is just see how it plays and go from there. And that's why we do some of the things that we do here. We try to provide a service, that's for sure. And all I'm doing is just trying not to get the satchel too much and working. I don't mind getting the hands because I got to paint that off over anyways, but just trying to work that lead belcher in the gaps. Again, like I said, I don't mind getting it in his face or there. See, right in there is a little tough, so kind of work, because we're gonna go over with our paint for the skulls. So there you go. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Okay, so now we don't have to be so gingerly. And, you know, again, we're trying to get these painted as quick as we can. Because, hey, you want to play, right? Right. So, you know, we got this here, so we're going to do that. Alright. And that shield. Just want to you don't have to get fancy with it, but the wash is going to do a lot here. And we want to make sure it sits correctly on there. Alright, there. That. Okay, cool. I'm going to put him aside. Does he have anything metallic in there? Well, just a little touch of these latches sometimes. I like doing something like that. A little latch here. Sometimes you do those gold. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's what you think works. Maybe that there. Okay, let's go with it. I'll go with it. And the belt buckle, nah. And this guy here, he's going to benefit the most from the wash, I will tell you. He will benefit the most from the wash, but we got to bring out that gold. Alright, so that. Alright, so we're going to go back to the gold for a second. Well, actually, we're going to paint one more color over and then do the gold last. We're going to do two colors before we kind of do the gold. So let me just take a look at the chat here. I found that key wash is taking it back where I don't want using a clean brush, adding back highlights, dry brush, and even midtones. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a sip of water. Puma, how are you? Good to see you. But you guys are definitely going to want to tune into the Alaboom tonight. I think there's a couple things that's going to happen. It's either really going to make the Alaboom very popular, or there will never be another Alaboom ever again. And I don't want to talk about Tiger too much. I think Tiger has had too much airplay the last couple days. So, but tomorrow he's going to be playing Emotep. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing that game. Chaz showed me that game, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just looking for a particular color. Wagog. All right. And I just need a little bit of a smaller brush. Okay, this is perfect. This will do exactly what I need it to do. Let me add a little water. There we go. And just work. And spin. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get back to work here. So this guy here, like I said, I'm just kind of making things up. So, you know, it may look one way for one person and another way for another. It really, the nice thing about this game is make it the way you see it in your mind. And this is a thing that I'm always talking about that people don't realize, is that, you know, painting figures, you don't have to go by what it says on the box. I mean, it's kind of nice if you do, because you get yourself, you know, you have a little bit of a blueprint. But once you get going, you know, you don't have to stick to any kind of theme. You can just do something that you want. What the heck, guys? I remember a Blood Bowl team, and I think it was the Reichland Guard or whatever the heck. One guy was a big Chicago Bear fan, and he painted them all like Chicago Bears. He just did what he wanted. He was so proud of it. He did it himself. And that there is more impressive than anything else. Now, don't get me wrong, I hate the Bears. But I hate every NFL team except for the Hawks. But the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, you make things the way you see things in your mind. And that's when you're the proudest of the work that you did. And you don't mind showing off. It doesn't have to be the greatest work in the world. It just has to mean something to you. And I think that's the most important thing. Okay, so now we're starting to get some of the bases here. Okay, there we go. And the next color I want to drop down before we go to the gold. Geez, you know, I should have finished with the lead belcher. And I did not. All right, let's go. Well, we'll go back to that in a minute. See, I got myself out of sequence. I hate when I do that. Where is it? Screaming Skull. Okay, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Question for Rob and others. I use spray matte varnish to seal my minis, but it dulls the metallics too much. How do you deal with that issue? I just kind of go over my metallics a little bit. I'll dry brush just a little bit, and it'll come back to you real quick. It really does. Should I go Shabby Bone this time or Scream? Let's go Screaming Skull. Keep up the good work, Rob, from the Emmy in UK. What games are these minis from? It's from a game called Wildlands. Varnish metallics with gloss varnish would be my guess. Yeah, you could do that too. I have all kinds of varnishes and stuff like that. It really depends on how much work you want to put in. You get through painting everything, and then you go to seal it, and then you go, oh God, I got to paint a little bit more. It can get a little taxing. All right. I am painting the Unquiet Dead and a figure from the actual Wildlands itself. This Wildlands game, I watched Rodney's video, and I've watched everybody. I always support what they do, and I really, really liked it. And I said, this is going to be fun. I'm just going to try to get it and just get it down with the chat. Oh boy, I don't like that. Why don't I like that? Okay, let's go. Your shabby bone. Sometimes if you don't like something, just go to something else. That's all I can say. That's what I do. Remember, these are your okay, my window defender. Whoopee. And the most important thing that you can ever do is just do it the way that you want to do it. And it'll be fine. Now, I'm not going to bring it up this afternoon, even though I just did. I think we're just going to forget about it and just move on from it. And I think that's the best thing any of us can do. I think there was some misunderstandings. And like I said, we're going to talk a lot in the coming week, this weekend. Particularly about a whole bunch of stuff. And when I tell you I'm pulling back the curtain, boy, I'm pulling back the curtain, and I'm not holding back. I've had to deal with people whining about things, and it's not the things that you think. Not whining's a bad word to put it, but I mean, really just making things tough for me when certain individuals want to say that they want to do certain things, and then just make it more difficult. I've had a very difficult time with Leland. I'm not going to lie. We're going to talk all about this stuff coming up very, very soon this weekend, and we're going to talk about why the tiger showed up and what my reasoning behind it. You met him. You may not like him. A lot of people have written and said that they don't like the tiger. It's not their thing, and that's fine. And that's why, when people are saying I'm worried about subscriber counts, why would I commit complete suicide and bring a tiger onto the channel and commit basically genocide on my channel? This channel isn't going to move ever again. I mean, who wants to watch a stuffed tiger? But it made me laugh. I don't know what to tell you. But we will talk about it, and I'll explain why and what the reasoning is, and what the future holds for our good friend the tiger. I know tonight though, we may not even have to have that talk if things don't go the way I think they're going to go. The tiger is just, he has free reign tonight to do whatever he wants, say whatever he wants, and I'm not going to stop him. Because I've had it with Lance. Not in a bad way. Hold on. Is it the paint you use, or are you loading the paintbrush generously? It's the paint I use. I have Army Painter paints and have a hard time. Well, you really got to shake these things good. Tiger, Citadel, Washpot equals disaster. Yep. For anyone wondering, that as a Rob Oren thumb up. Oh. They appear super thinned. I used a wet palette. I know you are against it. No, I'm not against it. I just, it's because I don't, I really, but I felt made it harder to paint. The wet palette for me, it just doesn't work because I work so quickly. And I'm not trying to mix different colors. Do I use a wet palette? Once in a while. You got these guys that are just hardcore. Where's your wet palette? Where's your this? Where's your that? And I find it really annoying. I really do. It doesn't matter how somebody paints. I don't care if you paint, you finger paint these things together. If you're painting, you're painting. And that is the most important thing. That's what it really boils down to. That people just pick up a brush and instead it becomes, well, I do things this way and it takes me 9 days to paint the miniature. Well, all right. If you're a beginner and it's taking 9 days and you're asking, oh, well, it takes me 9 days. I really take my time. Good. I want you to take your time. I want you to take it seriously. I want you to enjoy what you're doing. For me, it's a lot different. Nobody's the same. That's the beauty of this. Nobody is the same. Nobody's the fastest painter in the world. Yeah, there is somebody that's the fastest painter in the world. Well, it's not me. Do I paint things fast? Yeah, some things I actually paint very, very, very slow. Especially if I have like a block and I don't vision it. If I don't see it. If it doesn't hit me the right way, well, guess what? I'm going to have a hard time. Do I make mistakes? All the time. All the time. And you're going to make mistakes. But you can fix those mistakes. And that is a good thing. It really is. It really, really is. All right, so there. Okay, this guy here. Is this guy... I don't see this guy as a skeleton. So I'm going to do something a little different with him. I don't see it. See, I'm going right in the socket here, and I just covered up all that work I did, but I just want him to stand out a little bit more. I don't want certain things I want, and I'm weird that way. And it's just the way it is, folks. You do what you feel what you do. Alright, that's good. Alright, okay. So that. And this guy we're going to change up. So now we got to go to the third color. Sorry. Alright, before we go back. To avoid carpal tunnel, I have used a paint shaker for paints. It is noisy. A buddy has a lab shaker. Oh, there you go. That's what it really comes down to. What works for you best? What works for you best? How do you get there? What are the things that you're looking to accomplish? What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? There are just so many wonderful, wonderful things that you guys can do. I mean, this is the one thing that it doesn't matter how good you are or how bad you are. It's all that matters is that you do it. And that is the way I see it. I got to dig for a paint. Sorry, guys. Or should I just try something a little different? Yeah, let's try something a little different. I'm going to go with Nurgle Green for this dude. Yeah, I think that'll work real nice. All right, there we go. See, you just change things on the fly. Now, is anybody else doing Nurgle Green? Nah. Am I doing Nurgle green? Yeah. Why? I don't know. If I knew, I'd be a wiser man for it. I just see this guy as kind of like a zombie thing. And I think the green is going to kind of bring out something here. I don't know what it's going to bring out, but I think it's just a nice touch. You know, it's just a matter of what you see in your mind. It really is. You know, like Joel Eddy, he saw one thing. And I see another thing. You know, it's just, what do we see when we paint these things? What do we want them to be? All right, there we go. All right. All right, there. Okay, all right. So we're going to let that dry for a second there. Boom. And then, what time do we have? Let me see. 5:49. Oh, perfect. We're doing great. We're doing great. I think we just might be able to get these guys done. No, you don't have to stir. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourself. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And that sometimes is the best thing. That's why we have the community that we do, so everybody can just talk amongst themselves. All right, there we go. Oh, that's right, Lead Belcher. I want to finish up the Lead Belcher stuff. I forgot her. You know something? Before I get too complicated, that's another thing. You know, I see her. I don't see her as a skeletal type of creature, but I do see her as a ghoulish type of creature. There we go. That's what I see. That's what I see, my dear. You are a ghoul. And that's why your face is covered. Because you just don't want anybody to know it. But your hands give it away. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And you're going to just come in here and come around. There we go. See? Just a little thing like that can make a big difference. Just one little touch just makes a big difference in everything. And you just don't realize it. You just don't realize it. Boom. There. All right, there. So she's kind of ghouly. But she still looks sloppy, but don't worry about it. We're getting there. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. All right, we're fixing it. All right, Lead Belcher. Let's make sure that we go through everything. You know something? What I see for this guy here? I see, because he's so automated, that crossbow is actually a metal crossbow. So let's do that. I think that'd be kind of cool. It's actually silver. He's an automation. Automations don't use wooden things. Unless it was the Wizard of Oz. That's a different story, isn't it? That's a horse of a different color. No. See the wizard. And take and just do things the way you want to do them. Don't let anybody dictate to you that this has to be a certain way. Everything has to be the way you want it. Only you. Only you. Alright, there we go. Alright, kind of like that. And you'll see where we're going to brighten that up at some point. Okay. We got to dull it down, brighten it up. Alright, that. Okay. That. That's the girl from the Ring movie. That's right. Every time I see a girl like that, I just paint it that way. There you go. Good call, Soul Razor. All right. And just touch that up a little bit. All right. Once that dries, we can do what we need to do. That. All right. Let's go back to gold. Actually, I want to go back to dark brown because I hit some areas I just got to fix. And you're gonna have that. You are going to have that, folks. You are not going to be perfect. You are not going to be perfect. I'm just letting you know right now. Because I want to get this in before I hit it with the wash. Alright, I hit that. Okay, there. That's where it was. Right there. Alright. On this, particularly, I want to hit in the middle here. And here a little bit. And then the underneath carriage here. And then hit the high point here. There we go. Because you'll see what happens. You'll see what happens. Bink. There's this dude here. I think I messed up on. Yes, it was. So I'm going to hit that. I'm going to hit that there. Over here. And I did not get that point here. I'm going to dry brush that. And this is the nice thing, is that you can just come over the top and do the things that you need to do. You just got to be patient. You have to be patient with yourself. All right. Oh, there it is. That's the big one that I knew. See, I make tons of mistakes. But fortunately, I can fix them all. Tons. And we're just putting the base coat on this, so, you know. That's all we're doing. Base coats. Once we get our base coats, then we work our washes. And then, kind of, after we darken everything, we bring everything back out. We bring it out. All right, there. Okay, gold, finally. No, the arrows. That's a tough call. Nah. All right, let's go for it. I'm just going to have white feathers. I like that. Or really grayish type of feathers, because they've been sitting in the ground with the Unquiet Dead. I think that's the way we'll go. And then we'll do our gold work. There we go. And it doesn't have to be very refined. This has to be enough to stick out. For now, at least. And sorry, hold on, I gotta get off screen for a second here. There we go. I think the toughest thing is painting live. Yeah, I don't think people realize how tough to do this is. Because if you make a mistake when you're taping, you can just, oh yeah, well I did this, and it looks like you don't make mistakes. Oh, trust me. You make mistakes. Alright, let's do that gold work. We'll get the gold on, and then we're going to be doing some washes. I've been painting figures for Rangers of Shadow Deep. Fun game, and it plays very well solo. Cool. Rangers of Shadow Deep. I've never even heard it. It's good to see you, Larissa, says Bruce. Brandon B. Bye, Helen. Fly safe. Bruce, I didn't see you, so I am so glad you made it to a live show. I love solo games, says Bruce. Oh, Bruce. Bruce is the guy, if I remember correctly, he wrote in the comments, like, every mistake I made of a game. And Bruce, thanks for putting that and putting those fixes there. We really appreciate it. We do not, and I mean do not, shun people that correct rules. because it helps people when they can look in the comments and go, okay, I got to look at that at 549. I got to look at that. He did that wrong. Because we can't get it right every time. And some people just read rules better than others. But I remember Bruce very vividly. I was like, holy cow, I did that many things wrong? Damn. I'm not doing this anymore. I quit. Alright, that's perfect to where I want it. Okay, cool. What do we have on this guy? Let's make his buckle gold. Just give him a little bit of depth, you know? I don't think it hurts. There we go. Alright, let's go with that. He's already gold. Gold, 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 gold. Yeah, I think I'd rather have the buckle gold. Tink. 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 There we go. Alright, here we go. This guy here has a lot of gold. First of all, I gotta get that other guy because I just remembered where I missed. Let's do that here. And this all just base coat stuff. Base coat. The hilt. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna do that. And that. Okay. Give that a little character there. There we go. My man here. Okay, that's where I saw it. That's where I saw it. I'm gonna come in here, dink, dink, dink. Come across. And that one there. That's the one I wanted to make sure I got. Because I kept on looking and I go, oh my god, I gotta make sure I get that. Alright. And then maybe do the end of the hilt here. There we go. Alright. Whoa, get up. Alright. And then finally, to round everything out, just think breaking that color up a little bit wouldn't hurt. Tink. And put that there. Alright, let's let that dry for a few seconds. And we're going to need a couple different washes. We're going to need a new oil. We are going to need a Thonian camo shade. No, that's green. Well, alright, we'll leave it out. Well, let's use the old Athonian. We have a Reikland Flesh shade, which is a little bit too red, so we're going to get that out. There. And what we need finally, let's move these all out. We've got a Rune Fang. Alright. There we go. I see it now. And we are going to bring in our Agrath Earthshade. So I'm going to answer a few questions for a few minutes here. Larissa, Godzilla lover Rob, is it better to paint figures on sprues first or glue them together and then paint them? Talking about Shadows of Brimstone game I have. I would put them together, Special Shadows of Brimstone. Rob, have you played Star Wars Legion yet? Great game. I think it's very good, Bobby. I really do. A matter of fact, if you go over to BGG in 2 weeks, you'll get my thoughts on it. I really think, I really think, you know, there's sometimes you have to paint something off the sprue, I mean on a sprue, but I always find that when you cut it, you're going to have to touch it up anyways. So I just glue it together, and I just, if I have to touch it up and it hits something else, it's the same as if I did it the other way. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Let's see. Ranger is sort of a Frostgrave 2.0. Same designer. You need minis, a deck of standard playing cards, and some D20s, plus some terrain. You know something? And I'm glad you kind of brought that up. I am not a big fan of using regular playing cards. Figure that out. It's the strangest thing. You'll play cards until you're blue in the face. But if you add them to the game, you almost feel like the game is cheapened for some reason. I don't know why I feel that way. It's so stupid. I rather roll dice. I rather roll dice. That's all I can say. All right, so getting back to what we're doing here. All right, the first thing that we want to do is probably our boy here. Yeah, he's nice and dry. All right, so we're going to take... Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can darken him up by using a new oil, which would be good. The Agrath works real well, but sometimes you actually want to use, especially for this type of color, you want to use a Reikland Flesh Shade because it really kind of dulls down the gold a little bit. But for this reason, I think I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go with the Agrath because I always think Reikland looks a little bit stronger than it needs to at times. Let's see what happens here. And all we're trying to do is I just want to dull this guy down. I want that gold to kind of sit up. All right. Not so much sit up, but do you see how it went from looking like nothing to something? And all I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit on here, and I'm letting it get in the recesses. So what is that doing? It's creating depth and believability. Okay. Because you look, whoops. Come on, Rob. If you turn it around, it doesn't look believable. It looks like it looks like a HeroClix figure, you know? Is it weird that I have a set of D&D dice at my desk? I roll occasionally with my computer. No, it's kind of like playing with marbles or something like that, you know? It's a stress reliever, or it helps you think a little bit. Now, getting back, I'm sorry. Look at how his back is right now. He looks like a HeroClix for now. But by taking this little bit of flesh, this wash, do you see how all of a sudden now he's starting to have depth? And that's the biggest thing about painting models, is when you create that depth, you create that believability. It's kind of like the tiger. If the tiger just sat there, okay, and he said nothing, well, he's just a stuffed tiger. But the minute you put your hand in him and you start talking for him, it almost becomes believable that the tiger's real. Maybe that's a bad analogy, but I think you get where I'm getting at. You know, you're creating shade, you're creating shadow, you're creating light, you're creating depth. That's exactly what we're doing. So you see how that just sits there? And that's perfect. So there. We're going to put that there. Who do I want to do next? And do I want to use this or this? I'm thinking I'm going to mostly use this. I'll tell you why. Because I really want these things to look dead and dirty. That's what we're going for. Now this guy here, this is an experiment more or less, because as you can see, he's got a lot of different weird colors on him. But he just doesn't look right now. But by taking this new oil and going over him, we're hoping that we can create the depth that we're looking for. And as you can see, his shirt starts to come alive. I don't want to get his green skin. That's not what I'm trying to do here. All I want to do is kind of work this into his other areas, because all I want is that. Now I'm going to come back here, and this is going to be key here, because as I put that in there, now I'm starting to get that shade that I want. I want that shade. I want that look. I mean, I could go over the green if I wanted to. It doesn't, it's not going to hurt anything. It really doesn't. It's just going to darken him up a little bit, and I can just work my way out. See, I can actually do and work a new oil in on him, and then work out with a lighter green, and that's a cheap and quick way to do it. So there. So now all of a sudden, this guy has that depth I was talking about. You see what I'm talking about? See how he's completely darkened up, and now it's not that cheap gray look, and you look at the back of his thing, it has depth. So now we can dry brush out. So we're gonna move him over. I washed on something. Yeah, I felt like it when strong shade. Yes. Okay. This guy here. I think. Now she's a key component here. Let me make sure she's dry. Watch how she changes. Okay, because right now it just looks all right. Whatever, Rob. I don't see where you're going with that, Rob. Watching the tiger was a nice escape from all the serious crap going on in the private and out in the world. Can't remember the last time I laughed that much. Well, he's going on the Alaboom tonight. You may want to watch that tomorrow if you can't watch it live. There's no guarantee what the big fella's going to do. He's sleeping right now because, like I said, tigers sleep a while. Sorry, AP calls. It's a dark tone. I just went and checked my bottle. Okay, you guys are talking about something else. Sorry, just trying to keep up on this chat thing. All right, so now, here we have this girl, and we have to darken her before we can lighten her. There we go. So now, even though I kind of went over that, now all of a sudden I want to bring depth to that dress, and I want it to look horrific. So now all of a sudden, by just doing this and moving the shade around, shade, wash, whatever you want to call it, new oil, by just moving this around, and I don't mind it going on thick. I don't mind it going on thick right now. I really don't, because it's serving a purpose that I'm trying to accomplish. I want really hard, dark lines. I want, admit it, you like it because Tiger has a crush on you. Whoa, Soul Razor. Hold on here. Sorry, God, at Godzilla, admit it, you like it because the tiger has all right, so the tiger has a crush on her. What do you expect? It's Godzilla lover of all people. But all right, the tiger, maybe that's the reason she likes the tiger, but I think the tiger's fine, okay? And he's not going anywhere. It may kill the channel for all I know, but the tiger is not going anywhere. And I'm standing by that. All right. So now, do you see how hard those lines are? Now, let's be honest. The tiger's not going to be here. I think he likes Kabuki more than me. No, I got the feeling that he really likes you. All right, I'm getting distracted here. Sorry. As you can see, do you see what I'm going for? I want those really dark lines because I'm going to build off these dark lines. And that's why I'm moving this around and moving it up. I don't mind it being so heavy on. There's a reason for it. Everything has a reason. You guys should know that. All right, so there we go. We're going to put that down there. You guys here. See, this is where I have... this guy here is definitely a new oil guy. All right, and we are just going to work that in there. And you see, it just creates that beautiful depth that we're looking for. What time do we got? Because we may have to stop this and show you guys another time. Oh, 6:13. No, we can still go. We can still go. And you can see, and we can pretty much get close. Just by moving this in here, this is just a key component here. By moving this around, you create that depth. Now that metal has feeling. And that's what we are going for. That axe in his head just really is. And the black wash works with the green too, so you don't always have to use a green wash with a green paint. And we got exactly what we wanted. You know, we did this all in under an hour, let's be honest. I mean, that's pretty cool the way it is. I just wonder if I should go... I'm so torn on this one. I'm going to do one black. I'm going to do the other one... Well, let's do one agrath and see how that turns out. Why don't we do that? Alright. We can do that. And if we don't like it, you can actually go right over it and do what you have to do there. Alright. Is that plugged in still? Yeah, okay. Let's say no memory card. Okay, gotcha. So now you can kind of... I see, I actually like the brown, but the Agrath Earthshade is working a lot better. Look how it creates that depth that we were talking about. And it's that dirty, musty... Oh my god, that thing must have been dead 1,000 years. And everything's dirty because, let's just face it, you know, when you're in the ground, you're musty, you're dirty, you're nasty. You're just nasty. And just using that, it just works so much better. And now it's all just coming together, and you have what you are talking about, just a really nice kind of image that you kind of want to get there. And we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna stick with it because I think it also work over. Yeah, exactly. It works right on everything else the way we thought it would, and it's just going to make everything really look really grimy and gross and all the other things that we're looking for. And that's what we're looking for, because we want it to get real dark so we can bring it out a little lighter and make it shine. And it brings out some... See how that just brings that shield out? I really like that. I like that. I think you should too. Sorry about being late. Finished replacing a bunch of shingles on my roof. I'm sorry to hear that, Mark. How are you? Just hit the hour mark, so doing good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. He wanted to take both Kabuki and I out. Well, yeah, he's a tiger. He's a predator. You guys weren't safe. Oh, boy. I filmed a bunch of stuff when I got home, too, on top of that. All right, we're going to go over this, and this is really going to help this particular figure out by darkening some of the things that we wanted to do. And just look how that wash just goes over. And really, it doesn't take that dry brush I did underneath out. It doesn't take that dry brush I did underneath out. All right? And it sits up there perfectly. It sits in those eye sockets perfectly. Exactly where we want it, how we want it. Perfect. Perfect. All right, there we go. All right, come over here. You come over here. You come over here. Oh, I knew I was going to sneeze at some point during this thing. Oh, excuse me, folks. Excuse me. All right, so let me bring these up a little bit more so everybody can kind of see what's going on here. We got stuff drying that we're working on, and we're doing pretty good here. That's not bad. Getting 6 figures done in an hour. And now I've only got 5, 9, 19 left. That's a piece of cake. That's a piece of cake. And a lot of them are real easy. It's just like, oh, okay, bink, 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 bink. You know, you just see things in your head and you go, okay, I know what I'm doing here. I think the undead ones were the only ones that you really couldn't see anything with. The other cards, they actually have some decent photos, and I'm looking at it now. Let me see this guy here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I got to play this at BGG. It was real good. Like this guy here, they actually have a nice picture of him. So, as you can see, you can really kind of work your way through. I see what I want to do here. The thing is, he doesn't have... Is that really him? I think, yeah, that's him. Yeah, so he doesn't have the red thing on, so now you just... Okay, what do I do now? Well, it looks like it's all metal. So you can go with that, or you can just say, oh, the hell with this. I'm just going to do what the hell I want. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so he's... Yeah, no, that's definitely him. So let's take a look at some of the other pictures here so, you know, you guys can see what I would do. You see, I like to plan things out, and I'm just going to let this... Oh, thank you so much. Ooh, spread more Nurgle green everywhere. Ah, yeah, that's me. Rob, have ever thought about doing battle reports, or I've just not. I did some battle reports. We did some live stuff, but we've got some really big battle reports coming up. I've got some ideas that oh boy, just, you know, if you could bear with the channel, I'm telling you right now, Bobby, you won't be disappointed with what we got coming up, especially with what I have painted. We're going to be doing some really neat battle reports. This has been something that's on my mind, and it's going to be revolutionary, or like I said, it'll kill the channel. All right, let's take a look. Matilda, she is a unicorn. So she looks really cool. What I would do is spray paint that black. That would be all metallic. Her horns would be Ushabi gold, Ushabi bone, and then I would dry brush her with a really nice gray to get that effect, and then take care of the bones, red the eyes, boom, we move on. Joanne. Well, Joanne has a nice green, dark green dress, and I would probably go with, yeah, exactly, Castile green, because that would match up perfectly with a nice Rhinox hide. And we would probably, her hair, redden up her hair a little bit, or just go with a Joker in orange. Boom. This dude, the same thing, nice administration of gray. That is actually this, an Incubus Darkness. Pretty much pulled that out again with a nice brown. Mora, really cool. I like her. She's going to be fun. Definitely a brown wash with the red there would really sell it well. There you go. So you got some decent pictures here that you can utilize, and boom, you are ready to go. Wow, I've never seen a Minotaur in a dress before. Well, yeah, you're gonna in very soon. And like I said, we are going to get this game to the table quicker than you think. Because actually, all I need to do is get 4 more guys painted, and we're ready to go. So, you know, there you go. Boom. All right, so one of the things that we want to do is, now that this is, you see how dull and dry that is? Still needs a few minutes. But what I have here is a Guyana Gold, and that's really going to sit up nice over the top of that. So you're saying, really, Rob, how you going to pull that one off? Well, you leave it to me. You leave it to me. Your minis are looking great. Inspiration for me to try to tackle Shadows of Brimstone. All right, cool. Cool. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear people trying. Trying. That's what it really comes down to. I really like how that darkened that up on his face. And I can take a smaller brush and kind of work outwards. Let's see what I got here. And if I don't finish these, if you guys show up at the Alaboom tonight, I can rest assured that you will see the finished product. I'll let the tiger show him off. Man, he's got to get some new shoes. His shoes keep coming untied. No wonder why he gets mad at me. I'm looking at his shoes right now. Here, hold on. I'm going to show... while we're waiting for this to dry, why don't we... All right, there we go. All right, so you got to be quiet because he's sleeping. He sleeps standing up. Look at him. He's exhausted. He's completely out of it. He's really, really, really tired. But look, those shoes don't stay tied. I mean, what's up with that? I mean, really. I don't want to wake him up. You know? He really, really, really gets moody if you wake him up. We don't want to do that. But, I mean, I got to try to find some shoes. And then I got to find a Christmas hat for him. I don't know. He's had it tough. You know? Look at those shoes. I think he'd look cooler with a pair of work boots, to be honest with you. All right, well, you can't have everything, right? You can't have everything. I mean, he's a tiger, for God's sakes. Jeez. I'll tell you, the cool thing is we have a lot of cameras. Let's see. Let's go back down to the table and continue working here. All right, there we go. All right, so the thing that you want to do here is you really want to shake this gold up because it really doesn't... Sorry, what time did you say the Alaboom is for Central Time? It would be 9 o'clock. Try Build-A-Bear. Ooh, good idea, Mark. Nice. Leave the shoes untied. It'll be easier to catch a tiger by the tail. Yeah. Good one, Brandon. Good one. Central, it's 9 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock time here. So I'm going to shake up this really, really good, hopefully. Because I really want this to kind of stick out. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Come on. Oh. Yeah, see, it's just a little too reddish for my liking. Alright, hold on. Let's try to shake it up a little bit more. And this gold is really, really hard to pull off. Can you imagine me walking in to Build-A-Bear? Hey, do you guys have any shoes size for this particular type of bear? Was it for your daughter? Oh, no, it's for me. Okay, can you just sit on that bench for a minute, sir? The police will be here shortly. I don't like this. Nope, don't like it one bit, so we're going to switch up to a different pot. Oh, here we go. Don't commit to say, just because if it doesn't look right to you, it's never going to look right to you. So always, always, always be brave enough to go, nope, I'm going to try something different. If you just don't feel it, it ain't going to come. So I'm going to try an Uruk Armor Gold because I really want to brighten that up. I really do. Next week we're painting Blackstone Fortress and Speed Freaks. So you guys are going to want to be here for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Trust me. You're going to see a lot of things. So I hope you guys will join us. Go all in. Build you a bear. Do the wind song dance with them. Oh, really? No, I don't think I can do that. That's for doggone sure. All right. There we go. How's that? Still need a little. Because it's a little cloudy. These golds, if you do not, you really have to keep them going. And that's why sometimes, you know, I hear people talking about the BBs and all that stuff. Yeah. Stay on it. Stay on it. Stay the course. Alright. Alright, so let's work that. Let's work this a little bit. There we go. Okay. So all I want to do is just get this on here. So all we want to do is just kind of, again, it becomes that thing that I always talk about. You hold it very lightly and you just kind of just go over the top. And all of a sudden that shine comes back, but you don't lose that depth. And you want to hit it just ever so lightly. Ever so lightly. Ever so lightly. And it's going to bring out that shine. And if you don't see it, go get yourself a little bit more on that brush and work it in there. There we go. Don't be afraid. Alright. Do not be afraid. Alright. And then all you want to do is just touch it. Just touch it a little bit. Just ever so lightly. You just want to hit the high spots. Because it's going to sell that gold. And that's what we're looking to do. Look at that. Look at that. We're just bringing it out a little bit. Just a little bit at a time. Whoa, and we're dropping it, and we're dropping it. And you can see where that, we're just laying on top. And it's not taking away anything that we have in the recesses. Boom, 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 boom. Now all of a sudden, he's got some personality to him. See how nice and shiny he is, but he still has that? There we go. Wait, why did I get a notification that the album is live right now? I don't know. Is it live right now? What time is it? It's 6:30. No. No album right now. And, you know, the same thing with our friend here with the armor. So let's take a look at that. We're going to take some Runefang steel. This stuff here, oh, this stuff does wonders. If you shake it up right. Boy, oh boy. Here's some here. That'll probably be just a little bit better because it's already opened. Alright. Oh, Runefang steel. And you're just you're gonna take enough and get it on that brush. And you're gonna do the same thing that we've been talking about. And just taking and working it right here. And you're gonna work it. And work it, work it, work it, work it. And just shake it a little bit more. And boom. Take a little bit more. Because you want this area to kind of be kind of wet, but not really. You want that brush to be able, and then like with our friend here, he's a perfect example where we just kind of, and we're just going to lightly kind of bring out that armor. And it's just going to sit up so nicely over that. See how it sits up there? And all of a sudden that armor just really comes out. Especially around his chest, you really want to work that in there. You want him to have that dullness, but you also want him to shine in certain spots because after all, he's out there fighting all the time. And, well, hey, and let's face facts. You know, he's going to get hit with everything in the kitchen sink. It's going to bring out some of that old armor that's deep in there. And he's going to have some chinks and chunks and everything else. And I see how those knees just kind of come out. And all you got to do is just very lightly go over this. And it sells itself. It sells itself. Look at that. That's the way you want it to do. And it feels like real armor. Because the minute you get that in there, it feels like real armor. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? There you go. Goodbye, Dutch. Alright. And you kind of want to do that with some of the other things here. You know, we want to bring out... You see how that all of a sudden comes alive? That's not dull anymore. Especially for our automation friend here. We want to do the same with our swords and stuff like that. I like this shield here a little bit. All we want to do is just enough. Just enough. Look at that. Look how that all comes to pass. It just hits it just knows what to do. It just knows what to do. And it hits those areas, and it just causes this raised effect. And that's all we're looking for. You know, same thing with her thing here. And then her, that's a whole different thing. We'll do that real quick before we call it a night here. You guys will get to see the end of this. Some of this just isn't dry enough to go over again. But I think you're getting the gist of it. I think what we're going to try to do is just very quickly. We're going to take that, not the ceramic whites, but I had it over here. Longbeard gray. And I'm just going to reach in there. I'm going to get myself some. Then I'm going to reach in there again and get myself a little bit more. And I really want to get it on this brush real good. Because this is going to... And then, just when I think I got it all in there, I'm going to take a little bit of that ceramic white. And I'm just going to reach in here. Because this is all dried up. And I'm just going to kind of work it in there as well. And I'm working it inside the bristles of the brush. Trying to take it all off, but put it on, but leave enough on. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. And then all I want to do, and I just don't want to hit this very hard at all. All I want to do here is just bring that back out. And ever so lightly, just go over the back of her. She's still kind of wet, so I want to be kind of careful. But I wanted to show you this before we left, before we parted today. And just show you how it all just kind of sits up there. See how it sits up? Now all of a sudden, she's really creepy. Right? I mean really creepy. And that's what you want. You want creepy, weird, and you would go over this a couple times. And just you're gonna hit those areas and just have that white sit up over that black. That's all you want it to do, is just sit up. And you don't want to press it in too hard. And eventually it just looks, hey, she's got a real problem and she's coming to take care of you. And that's what we kind of want but don't want deep down. There we go. Alright, so there you go. We got a team done. We just got to do their bases, but you've seen me do bases. It's not the end of the world. Okay, and these bases are so doggone small. The tough thing with these bases is because you put those things on there. Or you can just paint the bases a particular color and say, hey, we're color blue, we're color purple, whatever. It really comes down to what you want to do and how you want to do it. You can actually paint them the color that they're supposed to be and take it from there. It really depends what works for you. All right. You've done a good job making her creepy, Rob. You can fight her, I hope. Looks like the girl from the movie Ring. Exactly what I was going for. Thank you. All right. So, let's just take a look here. As you can see, these are mostly done. They have to be highlighted some more. But we will be taking a look at them again very, very soon. They're just not dry, and they're just not going to dry in time. And I definitely need to take a bit of a nap if I'm going to get up at 10 o'clock when I have to be up at 4 o'clock. So, there you guys go. Just in case you guys can't see. You can't. That's not going to help it either. But I'll show you each one individually. They're kind of where now we can kind of start bringing out some more of the highlights. Or, if you wanted to and you were happy enough, you can play with them right the way they are. It really depends on what you want to do. Here's our automatron. As you can see, we've brought out some of the color there. And then we've definitely got to lighten his face up a bit. So, and just kind of detail him a little bit more. Whoops. Come here, big fella. And, your typical Skelly. You see he's still wet. This one I kind of like. We've got to lighten up the other skin. And then of course, our creepy girl. All right. So there you go. And we did this in about an hour. Not even. Not bad. Watching you paint is educational and relaxing. Well, thank you, Godzilla Lover. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this. I'm going to get the rest of these guys done. I don't know if I'll get them done today or tomorrow or whatever. Take me another hour. Then we'll have enough to have done. Maybe we can get it done this weekend. Wildlands this weekend. We got Emotep tomorrow. I'm going to leave Wildlands as the wild card for the weekend, and we'll see how everything goes. We've got a couple of live events. We have a live vlog on Sunday, and then whatever live event I want to do Saturday or Sunday. So let's just see how it goes, and we'll just take it as it comes. All right? And I want to thank all of you so much for watching. I always enjoy painting and showing you guys how to do things. Next time I'll have the better camera up. I apologize for that. And pretty much that's about it. Let me see if I can get a better view of them from here. Let's do this. All right, let's do this. You see, actually, oh, there you go. Hold on. You gotta make the noise when you do it. Hold on. Let's do this. We get all those out of the way. Does it focus correctly? Maybe we can go out a little bit more. Wow, I hate that. I've learned how to hate this camera. Okay, there we go. Oh, what's in the way? Oh, the box. That'll do it. That'll do it every time. All right, well, a little bit better of a view. But pretty much that's how they are. So let's just turn them around so they face you guys. All right, all you guys wave goodbye. All right, you, I don't know which way you look. Okay, there, you, you. Oops, whoops, oh, you want to stay in the front, don't you? And then our fat little guy here. All right, there you go. So yeah, so a little more highlighting, touch up those things, and there you go. I mean, that I have a moving arm lamp with a huge magnifier, and its focus sucks. I know how you feel sometimes. But there you go. There's our guys. I'm just backing up a little bit, see if that clears it up a little bit. Probably not. All right. But I think you get the gist of what we're doing. This guy here is just this is how he comes. And then you could see that you could just kind of really power through and just really get these things going the way you want to get them. All right. Enough. I said it all. I don't know how much more I can say. Guys, thanks so much for watching this. We'll see you later on tonight on the Alaboom. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.